Okay, up first today, attendees at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie this October are going to see the huge tractors and the farm implements and the computer programs that are leading the way to a new era of agriculture. But Rick Treptow reports that there have been some fairly old school plant and crop production work going on there at the Expo's 600 acres of field demonstrations. Here's Rick's report from Moultrie, Georgia.
An old but interesting technique of intercropping was tried on the Sunbelt field plots. A test was done 2 years ago near the Expo site to see if local farmers can plant cotton between cantaloupe rows. The first try was successful.
So we wasn't sure if it'd work in watermelons or not. And so the next year we tried it in cantaloupes and watermelons, and it was planted on probably close to 700-800 acres, and we were able to document about 350 acres. And it turned out to be very positive.
This year's Expo attempt was a combined effort of Tift County Extension Agent Brian TANKERSLEY, Expo Site Manager Michael CHAFIN, and Colquitt County Agent Larry Varnado.
We let our melon crop get established good, then we came in and we planted our cotton on either side. And in our case, we were on 38-inch rows, so that gave us a cotton row on either side, 19 inches off center from the cucurbit crop both ways.
You know, you use a lot of fertility for vegetable crops, and so you use a lot of water for vegetable crops, and that cotton crop is able to benefit from that. And then after you destroy those cucurbit crops, you got a good mat of plant material there that just decays, and that helps, in my opinion, to hold moisture and everything.
The melons, the higher dollar crop, are routinely managed as the cotton grows. Then after the melon harvest, herbicides can be applied for better growth. Their cotton variety was not a major hybrid.
We planted 0912 Delta Pine simply because of my logistics, having to get this cotton off before Expo. The potential is there to do a phenomenal job growing both crops.
Now what we'll do in this test, we've already come out early this year and taken a stand count at emergence, see how well the seed are coming up in each tillage.
University of Georgia peanut team member John PAULK showed the visitors the team's plots of peanuts. They planted 4 Georgia varieties, including the heavily grown 06Gs, 3 Florida varieties, and USDA's Tift.
And our point of this test is to look at these different production methods with these new cultivars to see which one yields the best profit.
Until harvest, during the Expo, the peanuts will be treated like any field. Normal maturity testing at harvest may give way to new technology.
We're actually working on a project using light reflected from the peanut plant to determine when the maturity of it is. It could wind up being something that's a lot easier for a grower. It could evolve into something that could be done by satellite.
We're able to push water up and over and towards the root zone, and we are able to push all the way into the seed piece should that be needed.
The South Carolina-based BB Hobbs company put in a demonstration of subsurface drip irrigation for peanuts in a semi-permanent setting. With overhead center pivots, about 20% of the water is lost to evaporation.
Obviously, we can improve dryland yields, and we can even beat center pivot and other conventional irrigation methods of yields on those. We can usually do it with reduced amounts of water. We can reduce water use by at least 30%, in some cases 40 and 50%. So it's a good product, and it's a good alternative in a lot of fields.
Here the tape was put down shallow, only 8 inches. Usually it goes down a foot. Young said they experimented to see if it could be planted shorter and not interfere with equipment operation. Fertilization ratios can be adjusted through the system.
We sort of spread the food out over the life of that crop. You can also change the nutrient ratio.
You can see the peanut and subsoil irrigation demonstrations at the Sunbelt Ag Expo, October the 16th through the 18th in Moultrie, Georgia. I'm Rick Treptow for the Georgia Farm Monitor.